The North Curve Celtic has put out a picture this morning showing you what the Celtic end could look like if the boys and the Green Brigade get their way. Kenny Miller is at it again. He said there's not a huge gap. Kenny. I wish he had this on video, but he's been in one of the papers talking about people have become obsessed with the term the gap, and he said there isn't a gap. Anyway, Greg Taylor talks about a player that's going to come in and take over for Cameron Carter-Vickers, who's out for the rest of the season. Alistair Johnson will give you an update on his injury. Ali McCoy's can't believe what the score was last night in the Youth Cup final. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of news from the world of Scottish football that will probably have you having a bit of a laugh at them again. Anyway, back to the North Curve Celtic story. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, the North Curve Celtic, the Green Brigade and the boys put out a joint statement talking about wanting to move the standing section to the Celtic end, to the bottom tier of the Celtic end. There's many obstacles to overcome, and especially within Celtic itself, the fact that there's lounges and everything up that end. But they have put out a picture of what it could potentially look like, and they are asking people if they want to have a sort of a trial go in that area to book tickets for the free tickets that are for the Celtic the women's game. Book section tickets for section 139 and 140 as they want to create and show fans what it could potentially look like. I think what I might do with this actually is I might put a poll on, so this won't be in any way connected with the Green Brigade or the boys or the North Curve group, but it's just to see how fans feel about moving all the ultra sections behind the goals. It would be fantastic. It'll be like what they have in Dortmund and many other grounds around the world, around Europe. But what do fans think? I'm putting it out to you. It's one Celtic fan's view. Everyone has a view, and on this channel I'm trying to get as many views across as possible. So I might do a poll to see whether you're for, against, or not really interested. That'll be interesting to see that. So if you look out for that in the community tab, I will put a notice up when I'm going to do that. It does look a good picture that they've made up, but I think there's too many people been there since the stadium has been built. Celtic have, obviously they've got corporate seating in that stand as well, on the bottom half of that tier, and there's corporate section up behind it. So I think they have a lot of obstacles to overcome. I can understand why they want to do it. They've fought tooth and nail to get the North Curve as it is at the moment. Should that just remain, and should that be enough, or should they get to move to the Celtic end? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. And then we'll go to Kenny Miller. Kenny Miller has been at it again. He's dispelled the huge gap between Celtic and Rangers. The former striker has said that far too many people have become obsessed with the term the gap. Celtic are just one win away from securing their title now for the second title in a row. 2 in a row again. When was the last time Rangers on 2 in a row? A long time ago. Anyway, Ange Postecoglou's men, if they defeat Hearts on Sunday afternoon, will be crowned champions for the 53rd time. Yep, we're going to start talking about these title times, because remember, 55s are coming. Took them about how many years to get 55? We'll get 55 in about 2 years. Anyway, they obviously ended the season trophyless, and I hope you've enjoyed the videos of the last couple of days where I've been taking some of the comments that they made at the beginning of the season and comments they've made over the last couple of days just to show themselves for what they are, absolutely bonkers. But Kenny Miller isn't having any of it, and he insists that next season will be far closer. Kenny Miller went on to say that people are obsessed with the term the gap. He said, listen, Celtic could win 56 before Rangers win 56. Of course they will, Kenny. Oh, jeez. It's clearly possible, but when there's two teams in the league, when there's only 2 teams in the league that can win, and how can there possibly be a gap? I hated that term. He went on a total bumbling meltdown thing again in one of the papers. He says, if the meaning of the gap is between the 2 teams, then you need to look at the performance when they play each other. When was the last time Rangers beat us? Kenny. I think Kenny Miller actually just... I think people let him open his mouth and just talk, and the producers must sit in the background going, he's done it again. Anyway, Who cares about them? Kenny Miller gives us lots of shits and giggles. Let's get back to Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor reckons that Yuki Kobayashi has got the shoes to fill Cameron Carton Vickers is obviously out. They reckon he's going to be out for a good couple of months with this knee injury. Greg went on to say Yuki is unbelievable, especially being on the left hand side with the left foot. I think it would help Carroll a lot. Carroll defends unbelievably, so it's not easy playing on the left side when he's a right footed player, as he does. Plays out going well, but it'll be a good balance with Yuki coming in, and he's a left footer, so there's definitely some more to come from us as a team. Will that give the defence an even better balance? Will it give? And obviously the run into the title, we've got one game to really win it. A lot of people are wanting to have a draw this weekend and then win it at Ibrox, but I think winning it in front of no fans would just be disappointing for the team. At least try and win it in front of some fans this weekend and get it over and done with, and then we can go and just have a good laugh at them on the telly. Ange Postecoglou's men will win, obviously, their 53rd title. Michael Beale will be trophyless, and he just went on and on again, the madman that is Kenny Miller. He says it's all people go on about. What do they actually mean? If they're talking about the points gap, that's easy. That's in black and white. You just need to look at the league table. But there isn't a gap, he said. The guy's nuts. The guy is absolutely nuts. Alistair Johnson is it looks like he might be able to get back for the Scottish Cup final. I reckon he might only be out for about 4 weeks. So if that is the case, it looks like it's only ligament damage to his ankle, which will be good if he can get back in 4 weeks' time, because those that have done their ligaments in before, it might not even be ligament damage, it could be only just bruising. But the fact that the 24-year-old could be back for Scottish Cup final is fantastic news for Celtic. He's came in after replacing Josip Juranovic, who left for Union Berlin in January. We'll have Anthony Ralston as cover. We all thought that Ralston would actually get a run in the team after Christmas time, but he hasn't been able to do it, so he'll get a run in the next couple of games. Carter Vickers is out with his knee surgery. We'll see how that goes. The US international has just been absolutely fantastic for Celtic this season. He's a man mountain of a player, and the fact that we got him for what we did, he was a journeyman down south, and how people didn't pick him up, it's maybe just never hit the right team, never had the right manager, I don't know. But anyway, he's out for the rest of the season. Tell me what you think about that. Alistair McCoy was left stunned by the scoreline of the Scottish Youth Cup final, only because he missed it. He was told live on air about it, and he was talking about it this morning. In fact, he says, wow, what a game it must have been. You didn't even know it was on. And what about that old Ibrox dinosaur meant to be coming back for director of football? And I'll give you another laugh before we end the video. I did say I'll give you a little Scottish news update. There's been talk of a takeover of a major Scottish club, and an Irish partner reacts to the rumours. Yeah, is that it again? They're going to be taking over a billionaire. Remember the last billionaire that came in to take them over? We all know how that ended. So on that note, let's just hope this ends the exact same way as the last billionaire that came into Scottish football to take over the Ibrox club. On that note, have a great day, Celtic fans all around the world, and I shall see you on the next video.